Hello, my loves. This is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Today is November 11th, which is the 1111 portal. Great for manifestations and receiving upgraded codes from the universe. A lot of you may be having sleeping a lot, having intense dreams. I know I have been. So I think we all need it. This is the time of the year where we go within to, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, where we go within and we, we work through our shadow right now. That's what we're doing. And in honor of the new moon in Scorpio, I'm going to have a new moon in Scorpio energy read for you guys today. And this is going to be all about you. It's not necessarily going to be about how your person is feeling or what's going on with your person. Although romantic relationships may come up in the reading, this reading is actually focused on you. And so we're going to be asking what's going on with you energetically, what you need to know for this new moon in Scorpio coming up, and this 1111 portal. I'm actually filming this on the night of the 1111 portal, but this reading is timeless for whenever you get it. And so today is Wednesday. Today is Mercury Day, so it's a great day to communicate what's coming up here for the new moon in Scorpio. And well, the new moon in Scorpio is actually on Saturday, November 14th at 9:08 p.m. if you're in Pacific time zones, which I am. So we'll be looking from now, basically from Wednesday to Saturday, from November 11th to November 14th, as this new moon in Scorpio energy builds. New moons are, we just got off that very intense full moon in Taurus that we had on Halloween. And so we're still in the energy of that. And it feels crazy to have a new moon coming, but this is where we're at. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, guys. And no extended reading, but if you do want to follow me on Instagram, details are below for how to follow me. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, my prices and how to do that are below. And what else? Any other announcements? No, I think that's about it. And we will begin. So pile number 1. If you want the Serpentine stone, this is actually I bought this at a shop in Seattle, which, the Pacific Northwest has serpentine stones here that, obviously this one is like, had some doctoring up to it, but this is from the Pacific Northwest. So if you're interested in this one, you can go ahead and pick pile number 1. If you're interested in this beautiful amethyst cluster, then you can go ahead and pick pile number 2. Okay, I'm going to entice you. Pile number 2. Pile number 3, this really cool citrine stone right here. If you're interested in that, go ahead and choose. Wonderful. Pile number 3. Okay, so go straight to the description box for your reading and ask your guides to help you pick a pile. Ask them to point you in the right direction, and if a pile isn't particularly resonating, you can always choose another pile or another reading. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, and let's go ahead and dial it in. Let's dial it in. I've got throat chakra music playing in the background because I do feel like all of us are getting some heavy updates to our throat chakras right now. I know I am for sure. I'd make so many more videos a day if I felt that my throat chakra could hold up. So it's a productivity issue for me with my throat chakra. All right. So let's go ahead and dial it in. If you chose pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You have the serpentine stone right here, this beautiful piece of serpentine. And we are looking at the energy that's building from now, the 1111 portal, to the new moon in Scorpio, which is coming on Saturday. And we'll be looking at what you need to focus on, what's in your space energetically, what you can work through. This may or may not involve romance or not. It depends on where the energy goes here. We will see. A lot of my readings are, romantic in nature, but they don't have to be. So let's go ahead and see, what do you need to know about this Scorpio new moon energy? This video is going to be timeless too as well. So if you find this reading and you aren't in the time span that I'm talking about right now, you can still watch it, okay? So let's get into it. Pile number 1, spirits, angels, and guides, please allow me to channel for my pile number ones. What do they need to know for this upcoming new moon in Scorpio? Okay, some of you have been very busy because I keep getting the word busy as well. And also J-Lo. I don't know why. J-Lo, maybe some of you are Leos. J-Lo is a Leo. Or maybe you have, you're Latina or Latino watching this. But I definitely got busy and J-Lo as I started this reading. So let's get into it. What do you need to know? We have Empress of the Night, finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. Okay, so some of you have been really deep in your process is what I feel. The Empress of the Night, after the storm, I emerge. And that really coincides to this new moon in Scorpio. After that full moon in Taurus that we had on Halloween, you're emerging here from the night. It's card number 11, False God. Okay, we're going to go ahead and read this. This is from a new book that I just got called The Blue Messiah, and we're going to read card number 11. I mean, we are on 1111 today, and you guys have number 11 here, okay? So I feel like some of you have been, you know, really searching yourself for what's important to you and what you want to carry forward with you after 2020 is what I feel. Like, you know, what is it? Where do you want to grow, and what do you want to carry forward with you after this year? Because this year is almost over, all right? And we have 6 of Pentacles here, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is where I'm getting this energy of being very busy, having a lot of work to do. You know, definitely we have Venus and Virgo here. We also have the Empress, which is Venus. So we could have Virgo, Taurus, Libra in this pile so far, Aquarius with number 11 here. But, you know, I think you're becoming more aware of the dynamics between you and others. And I feel like some people may look up to you as, you know, as an authority figure here, but you have this feeling within you that that this isn't actually true, and that's why we have the false god here. But listen, pile number 1, you've done the work, okay? There's nothing for you to be bashful or overly modest about here. Okay, and you will emerge from this, especially if you've been in connections, friendships, relationship, family, where you seem to give a lot. Whether it's your money, your time, listening. Okay, Tauruses are known for being really great listeners when they're not like stubbornly, you know, shoving their beliefs. I'm a Taurus, so I can say this, shoving their beliefs down someone's throat. But they can be a good listener, a good friend, a loyal friend, etc. But some of you have been very busy, and you've been busy taking care of the needs of others. Here is what I see. And a lot of the work that you do is for other people, okay, is also what I'm getting. And some of you are feeling like, you know, like this is the only way for... Some of you may feel like that's the only way that people connect with you is through what you can do for them versus who you actually are here. But I see you're rebirthing out of that. We have release. You don't need to hold on to someone who no longer serves you. Yeah, guys. For my pile number 1s, you don't need to hold on to someone who no longer serves you, all right? Because you've been serving a lot is what I get with this. Like, you've been serving a lot, and some of you have been, I feel recently, have been going through some loss in your life as well. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star here. So I feel like some of you have been going through loss. Your higher self says, connect with me. And, you know, trust me. Your higher self wants you to trust you because they want you to be able to release you know, they don't want you to spend time mourning, grieving. I mean, if you need to, do it, but they don't want you to linger in situations that are false, okay, is what I'm getting. Like situations that are a mirage, situations that don't actually have any basis in reality. With the Pentacles here, they don't want you to linger in those situations, all right? We have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So some of you, it's about developing a new philosophy of living is also what I'm getting here, is the need to kind of develop a new philosophy of living, because I do feel like you guys are going to have impact, okay? The way you think, the way you do things has impact on others and on the world. And so I do feel that you're birthing a new philosophy there. Talent, there you go. There you go. Some of you may feel like if you really show how talented you are or really let yourself shine, that others are going to, you know, are going to think that you're a bragger, or that you just need a bunch of attention, etc. I don't see that being the case. I know you guys have a service heart here with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. You have a service heart for the world. But it's time to let go of any false humility and really let your talent show. And I said this in a reading the other day, focus on your abilities. So if you heard that, you're hearing it again. And I feel like that is very true here. I'm seeing the letter P, L, and O. P, L, and O. So if those are your initials or somebody close around you, that is what I'm getting, all right? And we have here, if I can pull this apart, beauty. Aw, yeah, we have the Empress of the Night, and we have beauty here. So feeling good about yourself, feeling grounded. I'm seeing the number 4, if that's your birthday or you were born in April. The number 4 is somehow significant here. But I definitely feel like, you know, your talent, your beauty. Look at the bigger picture. If you've had to let go of something recently, like look at what you can create. Don't get stuck worshiping false gods in your life. What I mean is, don't get stuck worshiping the people that you've attributed false power to. They don't have any power over you, pile number 1. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided, okay? So this is your Akashic records are coming through right now strong, telling you, reminding you what you're here to do and why you're here to do it, and why you were blessed with that beautiful service heart that you have, pile number 1. Oh, number 4. I said the number 4 earlier, and the Empress came up for you guys. So we have number 4, children here. But, you know, for those of you that don't, I'm getting chills right now. For those of you that don't want children or don't have children, maybe you have nieces, nephews, children around you that you support and you love, and you know, even if you're not their biological parent, I see that as a factor here. Some of you here could be you know, trying to weigh out your independence versus having children here. But I also see too here that this is the way, you know, this is the way of a service heart, right? Because when you come into this world with a service heart, you're here to support, ground, and, you know, help other people, okay? And I see that here with this. I see that people naturally trust you, and naturally trust you with a lot of their secrets. And, you know, you're very nurturing as well. I feel, pile number 1, you're very nurturing, okay? So that's what I'm getting. Now, I wanted to read a little bit from the book here about this card number 11, false god, all right? So let's go ahead and see. It says, darkness is the absence of light. Ego is the absence of awareness, okay? Many people associate false god to the worship of statues, idols, and deities, which are outside of their religion and belief systems. They don't, however, recognize the false god hiding within themselves. This God is the voice of the ego. The ego is a self-constructed identity that's made up of who you think you are based upon your beliefs from your individual life experiences. It's the part of you that does not want to let go of lower vibrational thinking patterns. The ego is the conflicting voice that you sometimes hear when you wish to follow your heart. Stay conscious of the energy you feed yourself with, and discerning of the false gods within others too. The ego often hides behind strong opinions that appear to be true. Aligning yourself with the God and Goddess energy within is aligning yourself to truth, unconditional love, and compassion. Okay. So basically, this is talking about the trials and tribulations of ego, others and your own. I am not one of those people that says that you should have zero ego. And this is a service heart pile is what I feel here. You have a service heart and you give a lot to others. All right. And some of you may have felt that, you need to eradicate your ego while you're here. And I actually disagree with that. I think we have to have ego while we're here. It's part of developing the ego is knowing our individual talents and seeing our beauty within ourselves, okay? Even if we feel like sometimes the only reason other people respond to us is because what we can do for them, all right? Which is it's a real hard thing to work through, and I completely understand that. I think that just comes from a lack of feeling like, you deserve love, or that, love is always conditional that way, I feel. And while you may be pouring out your talent and your efforts for others, and taking care of others here with the children card, there's this element of basically like, well, if I'm not doing stuff for people, then they're not going to love me or care for me. Okay. And that's really, that's rough, pile. That's rough, pile number one. I can really sympathize with you on that. And, you have to let other people love you too. You have to give people a chance to love you. Some of you may be trying to do a lot of things on your own here with the Nine of Pentacles. And then giving others what you have here with the Six of Pentacles. And sometimes, you just have to give people a chance to love you too. But you're also being advised here, don't hold on to someone who no longer serves you, okay? It's not a one-way street where you just constantly serving and serving. Others have to show up for you too, pile number one, if they really want to be in your inner circle. Yeah, it's different if it's a client or something that there's a fair energy exchange. Focus on fair energy exchange with the Six of Pentacles here. You shouldn't have to do everything yourself, especially in your close circles. That's not how it works. Ten of Cups, okay? So, the universe is wanting to show you that you have so many shots at happiness. It's not just that you get one shot at happiness, and if you don't get it right the first time, you're done and that's it, and you can't ever be happy again. I feel like the universe is trying to tell you you have many shots at happiness, and as complicated as you are, that's how many shots at happiness that you have. As much as you've served others and pouring out your love for others, that's how many chances you have at happiness, pile number one. So, your guides are coming through with a strong message there to say, folks, you can also be happy too. You're here, yes, you're here to serve, and it's part of your Akashic record, but you also have to focus on yourself here too. And I don't think you're going to get too wrapped up in your ego, because I don't think that that's you, pile number one. That's not what I'm getting here, okay? So let's go ahead and see, what do you need to focus on? We have the King of Cups. Okay, so this is clearly a message that some of you may feel that, I think some of you need to focus on your sense of emotional closeness with others, and also letting other people step up and be there for you, all right? Letting other people celebrate you, letting other people, letting other people show you how much they care, the depth of their feelings towards you is what I'm getting here. Some of you, it's okay to take time out of what you do, whether it's raising children or work or, whatever way you serve, it's okay for you to take time out for your own happiness here. You could have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female here that's very interested in you and wants to emotionally show up for you is also what I'm getting here with the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. What do you need to focus on right now? We have strength. Yeah. I just heard all your bad habits have got to go. Okay. So if there's some bad habits that you need to let go of, during this, you know, if you want to focus on something for the next 4 to 5 days, thinking about asking your guides, what do I need to let go of? What habits do I need to let go of? Some of you need to let go of your compulsive need to keep doing things over and over and over for others, and let people do things for themselves too. I mean, it's that real fine line, pile number one, between doing for others what they can clearly do for themselves, but also showing up and, you know, being the strong, stable, reliable one who knows how to take care of people without making them feel like shit about it. There's a you know, there's a thin line there, right? Well, it's not really that thin. It's just there's a boundary there, okay? So some of you need to let go, look at your habits and what things that you petition your guides and ask your guides, like, what things can I let go of to make me a clearer channel here for the work that I'm doing on this planet? What things do I need to let go of here? And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you probably need to spend some time too doing projects, doing things around the house, balancing your checkbook if you haven't done that for a while. There's certain things, like definitely focusing on your happiness and letting others celebrate you and take care of you, kicking bad habits, and also getting some random things done that have been annoying you for a while, that have just, you know, been on your to-do list, but you need to do them for yourself because it's part of maintaining your own health and, you know, daily functioning. All right, some of you need massages. Yeah, so we have 8 of Cups reversed, which just came out of my hand too here. So Princess of Pentacles and 8 of Cups reversed. So some of you may be avoiding situations, you know, like I feel like some of you get stuck a little bit melancholy in the melancholy energy. And, you know, getting things done does help you kind of move out of that energy, but some of you guys get a little bit stuck there sometimes, and Spirit's wanting you to, Spirit's is Ace of Swords, is wanting you to not get stuck, like not get downtrodden, not get stuck, not get pulled down, not get into, you know, a lot of despair and a lot of thinking about how you did things for people that were very close to you. I mean, it's different, right? If I'm doing a reading for a client and we've exchanged money, there's a fair energy exchange there. If you have friends and family and people around you that take a lot from you and don't often, you know, repay the favor or even really express their thanks, I see, and you have a tendency to wallow about that, or you know, just not release that. We have this whole release here. You don't need to hold on to someone who no longer serves you. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be getting rid of bad habits, doing the little things that you need to do to get done to make yourself feel better. And also you're going to get a lot of clarity on this situation. You're going to connect with your higher self. And if there's someone that you need to release, or a relationship that you need to reevaluate, it's up. It's going to come up right now during this new moon in Scorpio. All right, what else for my pile number ones? For my pile number ones, what else can they do here to take advantage of this new moon in Scorpio? What else can they do here? The Devil. Okay, so some of you need to get sexual. Some of you need to release something, maybe with this King of Cups. Some of you may have been hiding your feelings for somebody here too. Like you may have been, you know, there might be someone that you are very interested in that could possibly make you very happy, and you guys might have been, you know, trying to sabotage the connection unknowingly, but I do feel like there is somebody here who really wants to connect with you. And there is a strong sexual energy here too, but also for others of you, I feel like these are the bad habits that you need to break. Okay, how do you take advantage of this new moon in Scorpio? Is ask your guides to reveal to you the habits that you need to break. For some of you, it's just that your thinking needs to change. You need to look at the bigger picture, look at your talent. Don't get drugged down by all these other things. What can you do here? We have the 4 of Pentacles. So stop, like I said, stop holding on to, don't think so small and minimalism. Don't think too small and minimally about what it is that you can accomplish or do. Don't put, don't put limitations on yourself that are not needed, okay? Don't punish yourself for anything either, okay? Pile number 2, or pile number 1, sorry, I don't know why I said that. Maybe some of you need to watch pile number 2 as well. But what else? What else here? 5 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, and the Empress is on the bottom of the deck, which we had earlier. We had the Empress of the Night. Some of you may have people in your life that are kind of taking advantage of you, and you've been real quiet about it, and it's been an unhealthy bond. And this could be with children, it could be with family members. I'm reading general reading here, so you know who it is. You can identify it. You know who this person is or people are in your life. Some of you are actually going to have to get into some constructive conflict with these people and, tell them where you stand, okay? Because I do feel like some of you have been tolerating a lot and shoving it under, all right? And you've developed some bad habits because of that. And this could be something you've done for a long time, but it's time now to confront things, okay? It's time for you to confront things and for you to step forward and confront, all right? And you guys are gonna be on point here with the points that you're making, and you're gonna do it in a very clear and concise manner. And I don't think you guys are gonna be backing down anymore. If you've been quiet in the past and you haven't wanted to stand your ground, I'm seeing the letter B as well here, B and the number 5. So that could be a birthday in May or the 5th of the month. But I'm definitely just seeing you guys need to, you guys really need to confront. There could be, up to 4 people in your life or a group of people that you need to confront, okay? And, part of this is, and you don't have to get stuck there. No, you don't need to get stuck there, because the biggest things that I like here are the talent and beauty that came through for you, okay? And looking at the bigger picture. So there's no need for you to get stuck in this energy. You just need to you're going to be calling some people out here with the Ace of Swords, pile number 1, is what I feel like, okay? So thank you so much, my lovelies, my lovely pile number 1s. I hope that resonated for you. And do check out some of my other pick a cards on my channel if this was one of your first ones. I hope you enjoyed that. I have playlists for your convenience, so you can go ahead and check those out, all right? So thank you so much, pile number 1. And let's go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2, you guys have the Amethyst right here, this beautiful piece of amethyst, and we have your oracle cards right here too. And our question today is, for this new moon in Scorpio energy, what do you need to know? What should you be focusing on? What can you do to work with this energy? Okay, this is being recorded on 11/11 during the 11/11 portal. So I'm just gonna go ahead right now and ask your spirits, angels, and guides. Spirits, angels, and guides of pile number 1, please pull through the appropriate energy here so that I may channel some important messages for my pile number 2s during this 11/11 portal and new moon in Scorpio. Please and thank you. All right, pile number 2, you guys have this amethyst cluster here. Let's get it going. For the new moon in Scorpio, what do my pile number 2s, what do you guys need to focus on right now? We have the Amazon Queen, battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. All right, I just got chills when I saw that. The Amazon Queen, the battle. I am a devoted warrior. All right, we have number 23. We have the Rainbow Body. And this is from the Blue Messiah deck, which I'm going to read from here. And I'll explain more about what this card is about. But you guys are integrating a lot of energies right now, and you guys are up for it. I feel that you're up for it here with this Amazon Queen. You are up for that. Ooh, the devil. All right. The devil showed up in the last reading too. So clearly we are being asked to look at our shadow sides here so that we can expand fuller into our light. There's nothing wrong with the devil. It's Saturn energy. We could be dealing with Capricorns. There could be some fierce Capricorns in this pile. Capricorns or Aries, I feel, just right out the gate. Aquarians too. All right. We have Page of Swords, okay? So we have the devil and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I was feeling that air sign energy and earth energy in this pile. We have claircognizance. It just comes to you naturally, know it all, okay? With this Page of Swords, there may be things that are coming to you quite naturally, and there could be, you know, some things that you're realizing in your environment that you're not altogether pleased with here, because we have the Amazon Queen who's ready for battle. Work on your throat chakra. Yeah, I mentioned this. I love this blue color at the beginning of the reading, that I feel like this portal is 1111 portal, and new moon is definitely working on our throat chakra, particularly with the Page of Swords here and the knowing that you guys experience, okay? I'm getting a real Cinderella vibe in this, Tinkerbell or Cinderella vibe in this pile too. We have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Okay, so a lot of you have been giving a lot, and you can tell here, like, there's this wide open energy. I get the feeling that some of you give amazing hugs, is what I feel too. And you really take people in, and you really are welcoming to others, and you do give a lot, okay? But you know a lot right away just by talking to someone. People's voices, if you hear their voice over the phone, or you talk to somebody, you can immediately tell if they're in a good mood or a bad mood, or where they're at emotionally. Some of you are just very good at that, is what I see. Courage. Okay, so we have courage. Courage is needed here. There could be gossip going on too with the Devil and the Page of Swords and the throat chakra. There could be some gossip around you, or situations where you felt that you have to remain calm and quiet, although other people may be taking cheap shots at you, is what I feel, pile number 2. And look at you, you're a very warm person, but you're not afraid to do battle if need be, all right? Courage here, definitely courage. Healing, courage and healing. So working on your throat chakra is important here. The crumbling, what are you clinging to? So with the Devil, we always want to ask, what are we holding on to that we no longer need to hold on to, right? And card number 41 with transformation. And I love this blue. Your guys' color is definitely blue with the throat chakra and transformation. I do feel, you know, some of you may hold your tongue too much and not express what you know. And you need to have more courage to say here what you need to say what you need to say. And you that may have happened to you when you were younger as well. Like, you couldn't really say what you needed to say. And a lot of times, people would have benefited greatly from the things that you had to say, but you held back, is what I feel. And you're learning to, you know, speak up more, is what I'm seeing here too. And not let the haters pull you down, right? Your energy is very expansive. Some of you too hate bullies. You may have ran into bullying, or you may have had that kind of energy around you. And even though, you know, you've gone through that, I feel like here with this rainbow body here, you're still a very loving and welcoming person, all right? It says the rainbow body plays a big role in the evolution of human consciousness. It is humanity's highest ideal to achieve this light body state. It is only through the vibrational expression of the rainbow body that you can enter into the doorway of the new world of light. To achieve the rainbow body is to transcend your consciousness limitations, to transcend your conscious limitations. These may be found in the energy centers, the chakras. You guys have the chakras. Throat chakra. The energy center holds valuable lessons about self-worth, trust, courage, and forgiveness, okay? When these lessons are understood and embraced, you are able to move through the rite of passage, otherwise known as transitioning. You guys have transforming. Maintaining a constant frequency of unconditional love and compassion is the key to activating your rainbow body. You can also elevate the vibrational radiance of your light body by eating natural, energizing foods that reflect the color of the rainbow. It is these light-infused foods that will enhance and complement the energy centers within you, okay? So and it says here, spirit honors your determination, courage, and willingness to grow, all right? And I do feel like this is kind of like a David and Goliath vibe here with the Devil and this Page of Swords. I do feel like you guys stand up for people. Like, you've learned to do that now with this Amazon Queen here. Maybe not when you were younger, but I do feel now you know how to stand up to the forces that be and call things out if necessary, okay? And for those of you that haven't quite gotten there yet, that is happening for you. It's transformation and it's change here, and you're stepping into courage, all right? And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see, what do my pile number 2s, what do they need to focus on? What does my pile number 2 need to focus on right now? Spirits, angels, and guides, what do they need to focus on, please? And thank you. 4 of Cups. So some of you, it's just your own, you know, moodiness or attitude. You may not be, you may still be feeling kind of, let's see, clarify the 4 of Cups here. Death. Yeah, I do feel like some of you, you know, this is about not wanting to change, okay? This is kind of about, you know, and you can't stop it because you're in the middle of a transformation, okay? Pile number 2. And even if you're near 40 or close to 40, or you're getting older, or even if you're 31 and you feel like you're getting older, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's never too late to change, right? There's this energy of getting stuck with the devil where we don't want to get stuck. We want to be able to, but you know, change is hard, right? Change is so hard. You know, it's easier to change sometimes when there's factors around us that are forcing us, and to just push through that. I have the 8 of Wands and the Chariot that fell out as I was talking about that. If circumstances are forced upon you, I feel pile number 2, you know, you can do it. With the crumbling here, what are you clinging to? But I feel like when it's something within yourself that you need to shift, this is a little bit harder, okay? This is a little bit harder, and it could be because, you know, you hold on to things for a long time. I feel that things are sacred to you. I feel that, you know, if there's people in your life, jobs, relationships, etc., the things that come into your life, even if it's simply a thing, I feel like that it's, although a crystal isn't simply a thing, right? But I feel like the things that come into your life are sacred to you. And so you don't really want to let them go, you know? You're like, I don't want to let that go. And so you know, with this Amazon Queen here, you might feel like you're battling yourself sometimes. If change comes at you, you can do it. I feel pile number 2. It's just the stuff that's within is what I'm getting. Okay, so some of you may be thinking about, you know, moving. Either you're moving in with someone or moving out. Some of you may be moving cities too, or contemplating moving to a different type of city, or downsizing your life, okay? Like, you may have had an overly complicated life with a lot going on, and you're thinking about the need to downsize and to have a much simpler existence. Okay, some of you could even be thinking about downsizing your wardrobes, or just making things simpler, you know, like, and saving money too, and not, you know, with the devil here, it's like we don't want to overspend or overextend ourselves, right? So some of you are trying to have changes internally within yourself. Eventually, they're going to get reflected in the outside world too. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I do feel like some of you feel like you've been battling for a long time here with this Amazon Queen and the 10 of Wands. Like, you've been battling for a long time on your own without a lot of help from others, okay? And some of you sense that you've been making it too hard for yourself too, and that life could be easier if you would just allow the changes that need to happen right now to happen and not resist, okay? Some of you, it's your own resistance here and your need to, and you kind of don't want to let go, all right? Because I feel that you've built up, you know, you've built things up in your life, pile number 2. So it can be hard to just let go of that and decide that you're going to live a simpler life. It sounds good in theory, but, you know, in reality, it might be a little harder than that, okay? And I feel like some of you also, too, have been working too much, and you want to have a simpler life. Some of you could be thinking about leaving a corporate job, too, or just a job that's like way too repetitive, that really, I mean, just the day-to-day is just way too repetitive, okay? Two of Cups, yeah. Some of you are just needing to take it easy for a bit, okay? And some of you need to go on a vacation with a friend. And I feel like you need to spend some time with just around a good friend. Even if you can't go on a trip or a vacation, you need to go hang out with a friend for a little bit. You need to just be around somebody where there's no expectations, and you know, you can just talk to one another and share how you're feeling. Like, some of you just need to get out of the grind here, all right? And if this is a same-sex relationship, some of you are tired of going it alone and want to find that special someone here, all right? But there's changes in your life that you need to make before that can happen, even if this isn't a same-sex thing. Like, there are changes in your life. You know that you need to make changes in your life in order to have, more happiness, friendships, partnerships. Like, there's changes that need to be made here, okay? And you're getting to the point now where you realize you can't really avoid making those changes. All right, so what do you need to focus on here? Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. So yeah, I do feel like, simplifying your life, downsizing a bit, making things less complicated. Some of you needing to let go of very repetitive corporate jobs or non-corporate repetitive jobs that steal your energy, make you feel tired, make you feel overworked, underappreciated. Like, you guys are needing to step away from that and, have a simpler life and a simpler lifestyle. And Spirit is clearly wanting you guys to focus on love, all right? Whether that's friendships, whether it's family, whether it's relationships. Spirit is wanting you to have emotional healing and to focus more of your energy on love, okay? And I'm just drawn to this heart up here. They're like, we have been trying to throw so many hints at you. We have been trying to show you, but you just keep, hiding and running away from us. And, we're about ready to bring the Green Reaper in and tear some things down in your life if you don't start figuring out, okay? So Spirit's like, you're going to have to start figuring this out soon because, we want you to have happiness. So stop ignoring us and understand you just need to make the changes, okay? So what can pile number two? What can pile number two do here? What can they do? Ten of Cups. I mean, just let love in. Let love in, pile number two. It sounds so easy, but Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, okay? Some of you may have family situations too that have become, very demanding, and, you need some help. I do feel like for some of you, family situations have become too much and you need more help and you need more rest. And, just admitting that and saying things need to change around here. I'm not accepting this anymore is, that's part of the battle, right? That's half the battle there for my Amazon queens. Yeah. So it's like, just have some love in your life. Spirit's like, slow down, make things easier for yourself. Three of Swords. So some of you may have gone through, some of you may be healing from something that really hurt you, okay? And this could be, for some of you, I'm feeling this is drama in your family, or, maybe you're experiencing divorce or your parents' divorce, or that's on your mind. Some of you may have parents that got a divorce or that aren't together, and it's on your mind, okay? But I do feel like some of you, you did go through heartbreak, but at the same time, you felt liberated from this situation. You felt freer and more liberated, and that you could stand on your own 2 feet after this, after you experienced this heartbreak. Yeah, some of you really had to walk away. I feel like some of you think that you're never going to have great happiness again, like that you had to walk away from something that really, was really important to you, and that you had to let it go, and that you're not ever gonna you're like, time's up, I'm never going to experience that again. But look at this, Two of Cups and Ace of Cups. So there's some healing that, yeah, you guys have healing right here. There's some healing. And of course you have to have courage, right? When you want to love again, when you want to step up and love again, you do need to have courage and healing. The sooner you rip the Band-Aid off, the better, right? But I do feel like some of you could have really been, you know, and even just admitting to yourself that, you know, I wasn't getting my needs met, or I was hurt, or, you know, this situation didn't work out like I wanted it to. Admitting that and saying, I deserve better. And it doesn't matter whether it's friendship, family, or relationships. I deserve better, okay? We have Three of Pentacles. So I do feel like some of you need to take on a new hobby too. Some of you are very creative. Artistic and creative, or you're very good at editing or supporting those that are creative, or managing those that are creative. And I feel like some of you have projects going on right now. And I feel like with this courage, you know, there's this courage to get your work out there and to work with others and to see projects through to fruition, okay? So if you're working on things, pile number 2, keep working at them, all right? And because you're gonna meet new friends and new connections that way as well, is what I'm getting here, okay? So thanks so much, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my darlings. And I hope to see you back soon. I have many other readings on my channel. If you're interested in checking out some other readings, check out my playlist and you'll find more there, okay? I actually made a playlist for everyone's convenience. All right. And here we go, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Citrine, all right? So you have this beautiful piece of citrine that you chose for your pile. And our question today is getting into the new moon energy in Scorpio. The new moon is on November 14th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, okay? So today I'm recording this on the 11:11 portal. So welcome in. We will not have any extended reading today, but you can go check out my playlist for some other readings if you want to check out even more. Actually, I have a bunch of spiritual readings as well on my channel. You can check that out on my playlist, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and dial it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please step forward as I work on pile number 3, channeling in this 11:11 portal and the new moon in Scorpio. What do they need to know? Thank you so much. We have the Huntress quest. The Pleiades light up my quest to be wild and free. Okay, so you guys are wild, my wild and free pile. I'm definitely feeling the Sagittarian, Aries, Leo energy in this pile, especially Sagittarians, people with red hair, my hippies, my boho, my people that like to travel, my lone wolf warriors out there. You guys have the Huntress, number 12. That also for me correlates with Diana or Artemis, okay? For those of you that resonate with that goddess, all right? So we have the Huntress and your quest to be wild and free, all right, my darlings? And we have sound healing, number 29. So some of you could be listening to meditations. There's a lot of great meditations on YouTube as far as, you know, resonance and vibration, and listening to certain sound healings would be really good for you right now. This is card number 29. Some of you could be 29, coming up on your Saturn return, etc. We have card 8 here. All right, so what are you not seeing? We have the 8 of Swords. What are you not seeing? How do you feel, like, how did you get into this position of not seeing things, right? And this need to be wild and free is about opposite of the 8 of Swords, right? So you have a need to be wild and free, but you feel like there are people or circumstances that are holding you back from doing that. We have the 5 of Swords. So some of you are feeling like you need to watch your back, okay? And that, you know, if you question the authority or the people around you, that they're going to strike out at you. You may feel the need like you have to be defensive all the time. It's very hard to feel wild and free when you're feeling defensive or feeling like people are going to get one up on you, right? That's very hard. And here I feel like you guys may feel like sometimes you're not empowered, okay? Which is crazy because look at you, you're the huntress over here. It's not crazy though. With the Five of Swords, I do feel like there could be people in your space that are very surly and disagreeable. Some people around you who just disagree to agree, you know, they'll never agree to disagree. They just disagree for the hell of it. You know, some of you may be in a confrontation with a Libra or an Aquarius right now. And I do feel like some of you could have experienced, like, especially in relationships, people ghosting you. Okay. I am feeling that. Like people ghosting you or not turning out who they said they turned out to be, and really throwing you for a loop. And some of you are just like, I'm sick of this shit. I just want to be wild and free. And I see why. We have pride. You have nothing to prove. Oh, look at that beautiful mane there on this bird. I forget what type of bird that is, but that's quite the it's quite the picture there. But you basically, Spirit is saying right next to this Five of Swords, you have nothing to prove. If there are people that are trying to fight with you now or argue with you or have ever since that full moon in Taurus, basically, you know, October 31st to now, you got nothing to prove to anyone. If there are people gossiping about you, talking shit, you know, doing shit behind your back, you don't have a thing to prove, pile number 3. Just remember that. Healing, you are a healer or you are in need of healing, all right? So we have sound healing here. So some of you may be excellent with sound healing, like, you know, sound baths and doing that, or maybe you need to attend it, even if it's an online Zoom thing and you can't attend in person. It may just be really helpful right now for you to get some sound healing or some Reiki. Would be very beneficial for you, pile number 3. Communication is the key. New moon in Gemini. Okay, so with this Five of Swords and Eight of Swords, I do feel like communication has been very challenging, and certainly people's egos have been really, you know, with the Pride card here, have been really messed up. Okay, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So, you know, conclusions to this situation that I feel has made you feel like, you know, I feel like this situation made you back up and question yourself, and also put you on edge in a way. And it may have, you know, brought up some anxiety as well. But Spirit here is here to tell you communication is the key. Healthy communication, right? Not just bullshit communication all over the page. Healthy communication is the key here. And conclusions are within reach to this scenario. Friendship, okay? For some of you, this involves friendship, okay? It could involve some people who've been around you with some very, very poor behavior. Very poor. I'm sounding like Trump right now. Very poor. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to think of more Trump quotes, but I do feel like, you know, there's just, you guys need the support of your true friends right now. Also is what I feel like. You need the support of your true friends and the people around you that really care. But I do feel like there's been some really rough situations here. Happiness, okay? So happiness is really the key here to, and I think also shake it off. You know, what's that song by Taylor Swift, Shake It Off? You know, shaking it off. Like if there are people that have put you in compromising positions or lied to you or ghosted you, or friends that have talked shit, or you know, you've had to be on guard with them, or they surprised you with a really weird communication, etc. Like you don't have anything to prove to any of these people. And you may feel, especially the ghosters, that, you know, they injured your pride. Fuck them, you know? Your happiness is about being too wild and free to really care, okay? We have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, okay? So, you know, people better respect you, because you're not one to be trifled with, pile number 3. They better figure out what's going on, because look at you over here. You're the huntress, all right? So, and then we have past lives, number 26, okay? So if you're around age 29 and you have a relationship with someone 3 years older or 3 years younger with you, and there's been bullshit or somebody ghosted you, this could have been a past life connection, all right? And I am getting the sense with this red door that this has been forbidden in this lifetime, okay? And a lot of people don't realize when people ghost you, it could be because your guides have denied this person access to you. That's another thing, okay? Like, we make it about the ego and really get into pride and get into all this stuff about it. But I think Spirit here is saying, be lighter, be around people that lift you up and support you. Be happy, be free, and your vibration is going to rise, right? And it doesn't matter what anyone else does, in a sense. Like, you're free, you're fine, okay? And I do feel like our guides sometimes block relationships. And I have said this several times in the past, 2 weeks, that this planet is ascending. It's taking a really long time. It's not going to be anytime soon, but it's on a path. And, because the timelines are quickening now, like, our guides are not as flexible as they used to be. I feel like some of them are blocking connections. And I do feel like some of them could be kind of annoyed with some of the connections that you've put yourself into recently, pile number 3, and they're kind of like throwing up the red flag here, and they're like, try again, So, there's a reason why. It can be for our own protection, and we don't see that. We think it's an attack on our ego. We don't see that, but it actually is that, okay, pile number 3. So I'm going to read just a tiny bit from this Blue Messiah, number 29 here from this deck, just to see what it says for you guys. We have, as vibrating beings, it is easy to be positively or negatively affected by vibrational energy. Words, songs, music have the power to enhance your life or serve as a catalyst to reaching your full potential. Sound pollution, such as traffic, negative people, sirens, television, radio, and even depressing sad tunes can cause unease on a cellular and energetic level. Okay, so if some of you have been ghosted, or somebody turned out not to be who you thought they were, or people have really been taking shots at your ego recently, don't listen to sad, depressing music constantly. Okay, it's okay to feel your feelings and go through it, but your vibration is what Spirit is really wanting to highlight here. I just touch my ear whenever I do that. It means listen. Spirit wants you to listen. What you listen to really affects your mood, pile number 3. So make sure that you have every right to go through your emotions and go through things, but, say a prayer that you don't have to linger in that any longer than you need to, all right, is what I'm going to say there. So let's go ahead and see, what does pile number 3 need to focus on? What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? Okay, so we have 6 of Cups and the Moon. So some of you are dealing with, like I said, a past life with the 6 of Cups, confusion about, I feel like some of you could be dealing with confusion about your Akashic records or your past life, or whether you're supposed to be on a path that you're on. I do feel like some of you have been confused about letting someone from your past back into your life, possibly a Scorpio. And I think, some of you have been really impulsive at times, possibly with your feelings as well, too. Spirit's wanting you to, really there's nothing more wild and free than the moon. Look at these two out here in the wilderness with these wolf masks on, completely naked, staring up at the moon. You want to be wild and free. Just work with the moon, But I do think Spirit is also saying here, don't overly linger in the past, okay? Don't overly linger in things that have lost their resonance. Yeah, the Death card is here. So that's definitely, the Death has come up a couple times now tonight in this reading. Spirit, and it's Scorpio, right? It's the new moon in Scorpio, so of course, right? But, one thing Death does is it really limits the amount of outcomes that we could have, right? It shows us clearly where certain paths lead to nowhere, right? Like we're not going to sit in confusion forever, because we will be shown that certain things are just not going to work anymore, all right? Certain ways of being, people, past relationships that we may be clinging to. Death will come in and make a real clean sweep of that and say, nope, not anymore, okay? So I do feel like that's happening for you right now, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see here. Some of you may have dealt with an actual death. Yeah, I do feel like some of you are, not some of you, I feel like you guys are going through a spiritual upgrade right now with the Hangman. This is a very spiritual pile number 3. You guys have 3 major arcana, so I really think big things are happening for you right now and are shifting. I feel like some of you could have someone from the other side too, a spirit, etc., that are trying to reach you right now. And I do feel like spirit wants to communicate with you right now. And I feel like, you know, the veil is thin. It's still thin. People always say, oh, the veil's thin around, you know, Halloween, etc., the Day of the Dead, but it's still thin. The veil is still thin. And you're a transmitter for spirit. And I do feel like pile number 3, you're very impacted by your environment. This is a lot of water energy, a lot of scorpionic energy, the energy of transformation and change. Spirit is saying, even if it gets uncomfortable, don't resist it. Some of you may be living in a new place that sometimes seems uncomfortable and you're not sure if you can continue on with that, also is what I'm getting. But Spirit is here to say you have more power and you have more reserves than you even know, all right? Like you guys may feel like you're very sensitive to your environment and everything around you with the 6 of Cups and the Moon here, but Spirit is like, you're a fucking gangster. You're a spiritual gangster, okay? Like the life that you have lived, 90% of people couldn't live it where you stand today. They could not. So don't feel like you don't have the stamina, or that you don't have, you know, or you get, your health is always an issue, or that you're weak in some way. Spirit is saying here, you are not weak, okay? You will never be weak. You're never going to be weak. You're a huntress. You're coming through here as Diana Artemis, all right? So you are not weak. You're not spiritually weak. And if you did think about going back to someone from your past, you're not weak either. But Spirit is just telling you, pause. Don't do it. Like pause and wait it out here. What do you need to focus on? Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this feeling of needing to just keep things where they are for a minute, okay? Just keep things where they are. And I feel like you might be kind of, you know, annoyed about that or cross about it, or you might, you know, start to feel a bit uncomfortable, whether it's where you live or your situation, your work, family, whatever it is. But Spirit's like, just keep hanging in there a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, okay? You're building your resilience, all right? And you've been building your resilience for a long time, pile number 3. Your resilience, okay, there it is. There's your release, the Queen of Cups, okay? There's your sweet release. There's your happiness. There's your vibration rising. There's your friendships. There's this situation coming to an end that's going to feel like sweet release when it's over, okay? And you will feel wild and free. And you may not even realize it, but if you've had to make these changes that have been uncomfortable for you, you may not realize that it's actually taking you to a place where you can be more wild and free. With the Queen of Cups here, I see people taking care of you, meeting your needs, and honoring you, okay? I see that, pile number 3. I see others honoring you. That's beautiful. Ace of Swords. Not only are you going to feel emotionally on point after this new moon in Scorpio, if you've been feeling like crap, like health-wise or just uncomfortable, I do see that shifting for you. And I do see, you know, you're getting really, your mind's going to be clearer than ever. Some of you are very focused on what you take and put into your body and how you nurture and feed yourself too. And I see that's also helping with your mental clarity. You're clearer than you've ever been. Ace of Pentacles, there you go. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Hermit on the bottom of the deck. all the work that you guys have done, all the self-discovery that you've done, everything that you've worked toward, it's been uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's part of the earth journey, and we know that. But look at you. You have new opportunities. There's going to be new ways for you to interact with the people that enjoy your work and like what you do. I feel like mentally you're going to be clearer than you've ever been in your life. You're on point. Some of you may have recently had a birthday. If you did, congratulations and happy birthday. Okay, and Queen of Cups here. Yeah, I just see you guys. I mean, I just get chills when I see that. I see true happiness on her face because of what she can do, what she can offer in this lifetime, all right? The total package. So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my dears, and take care of yourself. Bless you.